with a design style she's calling rustic meets modern, and I love the vibe of it because it is very contemporary, but there's something very earthy about it.
Yes, and I love this living room for fall. I love it also because when we think of rustic, we often think of a cabin in the woods or someone's cottage, and this is definitely not that. So, you know, how do we get there? I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey, and we'll also stay on budget.
Oh, I like that part of it. Okay, so walk us through it.
Okay, so what makes it rustic? Well, there are a couple of pieces in here that are a little bit more literal, and you could transport to that cottage or chalet and they would fit in. A beautiful hair on hide sofa, the little carved wooden stool behind you. Like, those are pieces that you could put in that context, but here they don't feel that way. And I think one of the things that people should think about is, you know, a lot of decor pieces can be used in a variety of ways. So, you know, one chair doesn't just have one life usage or style story to tell.
See, that sofa's so gorgeous. The audience made me try it because we were like, it looks good, but does it feel good? It feels good.
It feels good, and those chairs feel really, really good too to sit in.
They look nice and squishy.
So this piece as well, you know, it's a classic farmhouse sideboard, complete with, you know, it's got a lot of storage, sliding barn style door, and yet we don't feel like we're in a farmhouse.
No.
Okay, so part of it is these rustic pieces are a little bit more stylized, raw wood. It's not necessarily just flea market style any wood furniture that goes. So there's that.
Okay.
And then what makes this space modern?
There are so many different touches that I see that scream contemporary to me. Like these beautiful midnight blue chairs. There's a comfiness to them, but there's a sleekness to them. The thin legs on them. It's very, you know, they're chunky, but they're light at the same time.
Absolutely, and that kind of the curved lines, but very clean. You know, those chairs for sure. And you know, on their own, you might see that in a store and say, well, I don't know how to work with a chair like that. But in this context, I think you mentioned it at the beginning. There's sort of a softness because of all the natural elements.
Absolutely.
We've got a bit of mid-century modern vibe happening here with the globe lamp, the globe floor lamp. This drum table in its perfect cylinder shape. It's got a bit of shell inlay. You know, even accessories. So I would say, like, even, you know, and this is a good example of, you know, if you feel like nervous about spending and splurging on bigger pieces of furniture, like a $25 tray can, you know, add a piece of modern into a room to kind of balance out, you know, two different styles.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the artwork as well.
Yes, so the artwork's a great example of when those two styles can come together in a piece, and that really helps kind of pull it all together. So the art we've chosen is sort of, on the one hand, it's very like primitive and crafty with the string art and even this sort of primitive painting, but the framing's very modern. The lucite boxes are very contemporary and this framing style. So that kind of brings it together. The coffee table's a great example as well, because we have this raw wood in a geometric pattern, and then the base of the table is extremely clean lined in this, you know, antiqued brass. So that really works to help pull it together. Even the cushions, we're showing a variety of cushions, and so you've got something really modern and elegant with the pleating here in this pretty velvet, but then the hair on hide and nubbly wool are more rustic. So it's kind of that balance and going back and forth. And I also, you know, we've also done a fun treatment on the wall with a couple different paint colors and then applying these little slabs of barn board just to bring more wood.
And the rug.
And the rug.
The rug is gorgeous. It pulls it all together.
I think it creates a nice grounding element. Now it is a contemporary design, modern abstract, but the colors are soft and the colors are actually found in nature. So again, it kind of helps pull it together. So you don't feel like this room is like two different styles that we've mashed up, but when you really start to analyze it, you know, it is, but that's what gives it depth and layers.
Absolutely. I know that you guys are drooling out there over all of these items. So Tamara got everything in the set from HomeSense, and thank you for that. It's a good little lesson.